Welcome back to Arty Noobs. This is a Conqueror Gun Carriage, the Tier 10 British SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Abbey and it's under the command of Mangokillah. And he's in platoon with Zatux in the Progetto 65 and Goldspam on Arty in the Object 140. Now, I originally recorded this video without a commentary for a very good reason. And you'll find out what that is very shortly. Mangokillah's trying to get his third mark of excellence. He's got 2 marks on the barrel already, and he needs consistent damage in order to get there. And, well, he seems to be able to handle this Arty with the 9.2 inch howitzer quite well. Okay, he's now aiming down the river road. He's loaded nothing but premium ammo, 1200 alpha with quite a large footprint. And a Progetto 65 comes into view, he fires at it, but it's just a little too far away. And he doesn't manage to get a direct hit, but he splashes him. Now, Mangokillah likes to move immediately after shooting. He didn't in that case, and he saw the fall of shot. You saw the shell land near the Progetto, but not actually hit it. And there's a good reason for staying with the picture to see what happens to your shell, because sometimes you might get a blind hit on a target. And if you don't stay with the picture, you won't see that you've got that blind hit. He's loaded, he shoots at the Progetto, and you see he pulls away straight away so he can start moving. Now, you didn't see what actually happened to that shell, other than the fact that the enemy Progetto took 442 hit points of damage, got 363 hit points of stun assist, and 275 off the tracking. And he's now out the game. There's a Gorilla 15 further along the river road, and it's also a T110E3, and there he comes into view. He's been spotted by his platoon mates. He's loaded, he fires around, pulls away before we see what actually happens. And again it says it's close shot, but the reason why Mangokillah's moving is that suddenly an enemy tank, the EBR 105, has turned up near the cap. And the Batchat's moving as well. He now knows that they're both in danger. Not only from the EBR, the wheeled vehicle, but also from the fact that if the enemy Arty spots where he is, they will fire. So he's taking a position over in this corner. Now from here he's fairly well protected. He doesn't need to move or not to look away after shooting and move position. But that's exactly what he's going to do. He fires and pulls away, so you don't get to see what actually happened to the shell. Yes, he did get damage on both tanks. In fact, it looks like the shell landed between them and hit both of them. The Gorilla 15 suffered 461. The T110E4, not an E3, T110E4 suffered damage from 358. The E3 was actually taken out by his platoon mates, but they've actually returned. And they're coming back for a very good reason. It seems that the enemy is about to invade their cap. And Mangokillah at this moment is trying to get shot on the E4. He fires around, but even though he doesn't move, which was his excuse for changing position and pulling away after shooting, he pulls away afterwards anyway. And so we don't get to see if he actually damaged the E4. But he did. 392 hit points. So his argument was, oh well, I have to change position after I shoot, otherwise I will be counter-batteried. Falls flat on its face when you consider the fact that he didn't move there. He could have watched to see what happened to that shell, but he didn't. Well, lucky for him, his platoon mates have actually come back and they've been joined by a 60 TP. In fact, they're the only 4 left on their team in this game. Everyone else has been wiped out. Mangokillah's trying to get shotgun hits on the enemy. He does on the M60, but he took a round for 394 from that M60. The M60's out the game, and there goes their IS-7. We've got Zatox providing really good cover, but he keeps banging into Mangokillah, but that's mainly because Mangokillah is such a big Arty. It's a huge Arty. Very difficult to get a good position. Mangokillah's almost loaded. One of the longest reload times in the game, I'm afraid, but that's because it's a big gun. Any second now, going to see an enemy tank come into view. Yes, there's a Progetto 65 coming into view. He fires at it, and you can see the shotgun because he's so close. But again, he pulled away. There was no need to pull away. Now, at one point, there were 9 enemies facing 4 left on their team, but now they've got it down to 5. So it's 4 against 5. But I don't think that enemy Progetto is going to last very long. And you can see Zatox trying to maneuver to a position where he can get shots, and he does. And he's gone down to the 60 TP. So now it's 4 on 4. And the enemy lost their Arty a long time ago anyway. So there's no chance for counter battery. Now Zatox is having to find a position alongside Mangokillah. And I suppose the big worry now is that Wizzy1321, who's in the cap area and can come round the side that Mangokillah's on and put a round into him. He's just waiting for the reload to go in, and then he'll try a shot at the Super Conk again. Okay, he's loaded. Just gently pulling back. The enemy T110E4's come back up the river road. And he's going to go for the shot on the Super Conk. He's letting it dial in. Yes, 531, good hit. And Zatox tries to follow up. And he does, 368, and again. But here comes that Wizzy131, and that's Mangokillah's game. Yep, that's what he feared. But the Progetto, Zatox is firing back at that Wizzy131. Trying to get a shot on him. He does provide a good cover, even in his dead state. The Wizzy132 is forced to go around the corner, and gold spam on Arty finishes him off. Okay, the 60 TP's finished off the T110E4, and now it's just that Super Conk and a T110E, a TVP T5051 left to kill. So all they've got to do now is finish off the Super Conk. Oh, there goes Zatox. Fell to a round from the Super Conk, and 60 TP is taking considerable fire from the TVP, but he still finishes off the Super Conk with a side shot with a 152mm round, and now he's heading straight for the Abbey where the TVP is located. Yeah, he was sniping from the position up there. There he is, and he's loaded his mag now. Yep, he's unloading onto the 60 TP. Gets one round in, but the 60 TP fires one back. And the TVP fails to get any more rounds in. And you can see gold spam on Arty's trying to provide support fire. I doubt that TVP will stay in that position. He now knows the 60 TP is on his way in. Gold spam on Arty's following up the 60 TP, coming in behind him. He's just wondering if the guy might come around the corner and ambush. And he's headed up into the to the grounds. And there he is, he's relocated, he's in the village, and he takes out the 60 TP. But gold spam on Arty fires one back, and even though the TVP hits him with one round, gold spam on Arty's got the reload now, because that guy is in full reload for 4 shots, and that's 26 seconds or so. And that means TVP is toast. Yes! Gold spam on Arty wins the game, and it's all over. They've done it. They turned a 9 against 4 into a only one tank left on their team. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. Well, this is the end of battle results. Mangokillah did get his 3rd mark on his Conqueror Gun Carriage for consistent damage. He managed to get a first class tanker in the game, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 11, and a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. He didn't get a single kill, but he certainly hit a lot of the enemy. When it comes to the team score, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. No, that went to Zatox. He was really pummeling those enemy tanks as they were coming up to that corner. 6,241 hit points of damage to him. The next highest scorer was the TVP T5051 with 4,867. He was acting as the sniper. And then we've got the gold spam on Arty with 4,626 hit points. Again, he was doing a really good job as a medium tank. And then we've got Mangokillah with 4,035 for consistency. So pretty good for the platoon. When it came to kills, it was actually a 60 TP who did the best with 6 kills. 5 kills went to gold spam on Arty, and then 2 kills went to Zatox, the TVP, the Centurion Action 10, and the Object 261 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was actually gold spam on Arty who did the best with 1,191. Then 1,076 went to Zatox in his Progetto 65, and 925 went to Mangokillah, but that was enough for him to get the damage he did was enough for him to get his 3rd mark of excellence. 9 shots fired, 3 direct hits, but no penetrations from that 9.2 inch howitzer. 11 splash. Damage of 4,035 hit points, of which 2,531 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see a lot of the damage was done at close range on the guys who were coming to that corner to try and kill them. 2 hits received. I'm afraid, yeah, they were both penetrations. One of them came, I believe, from the Super Conk. The other one came from the Wizzy 132. And yes, that was the fatal one because he managed to get it right into the rear of the vehicle. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, no kills, so that's ended up with Confederate, and 870 hit points of damage assistance, plus 3,077 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. Now he earned 55,454 credits from that game, but after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and remember, he used nothing but premium ammo throughout that entire game to maximise the damage that he did. He actually ended up with a huge loss of 32,553 credits, but he can probably make that back if he actually switches back to standard ammo. He received 925 XP, 208 for playing in the platoon, and took away 1,596 altogether. Now, as I said during the video, it's not fair to the viewer if you fire your gun and then pull away immediately from aim view so they don't get to see what happened to the shot. A tank driver would never fire a shot and immediately look away so he doesn't know where the shell went. He'd want to know if the shell went straight, if it was a ghost shell and it went straight through the enemy and came out the other side. He'd want to know exactly what happened to the shell. Did it hit the weak spot? Did it hit the hard spot? What happened to his shell? They would always want to know. But it's very unfair for Arty players to say, oh, well, I'm just trying to avoid counter battery by changing my position immediately after I shot. You've got a W key. You can stay in Arty view and move your vehicle, but let people see what happens to the shell. The problem I've got here is that Arty is itself, most people find very boring to watch. Very boring, especially if you're a tank driver, you specialise in tanks, you don't play Arty that lot. If you go into an Arty game, you're sitting there thinking, oh, I've got to wait for ages and ages and ages until I'm loaded. And then when I fire, the guy looks away, so I don't even see what happens to the shell. And they just find that was so boring, they wouldn't watch the video. So I plead to you, as Arty players, you must let the viewer see what happens to the shell. If you don't let the viewer see what happens to the shell, we won't feature your video because there's no point. The viewer's not going to watch it. If they're a tank driver, they're going to think, well, this is totally boring. You wait all this seconds and then you fire and I don't get to see anything. Yeah, I'm not going to watch a video like that. And it's an instant turn off. So I plead with you, either you let them see what happens to the shell, or you can do the video yourself in your own time, or get What Replays to do it for you. But I'm not going to do a video if you look away straight away after taking the shot. And in fact, actually, I'm just going to refuse to do any of your videos at all, because there's no point in me wasting my time doing a video and then finding out halfway through the video that you keep looking away, because it's an instant turn off. I've got a wasted video. I can't use it. And so therefore I will just reject any video you send me on that basis. So if you want your videos done by this channel, you must include views of the shell hitting the target. If you don't include that, I'm just simply not going to include your videos in future. Okay, so I have put a commentary on this, but it is a warning to all players. I've put Mangokillah's video up with commentary, but I'm also telling Mangokillah that I'm sorry, but no more of your videos are going to be done, simply because you keep looking away after you shoot and giving the excuse that you're trying to avoid counter battery. Keep looking at the shell, but use your W key at the same time, and we can see what happens to the shell, and you can avoid the counter battery. Okay? But if you're not prepared to do that, we're not prepared to do your video. Simple? Okay. Thanks for watching.